Coming up, we have more information on an early morning car crash.
And there's an update on the robbery of a local restaurant.
These stories and more are coming up. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Tishelle Williams.
And I'm Hannah Hedges. Georgia State troopers are continuing their investigation of a two-vehicle car crash that occurred earlier this morning. Troopers say that around 1 a.m., the driver of a semi-truck, 32-year-old Ben David Warren, was getting onto I-75 at exit 11 after picking up a load of sod. As Warren attempted to exit the interstate at exit 18, he reportedly was traveling at very high speed and collided with a silver SUV Jeep Liberty. The impact of the collision landed both vehicles in an Olive Garden parking lot. Both drivers sustained injuries but have been released from the hospital. According to the troopers, an investigation is still underway as to why the driver of the semi-truck did not slow down while exiting the interstate.
Yesterday afternoon, a masked African-American male reportedly entered the China Cafe on North Ashley Street, armed with a handgun and demanded money. The Valdosta police responded to the armed robbery around 3:05 p.m. Restaurant employee Amy Chain says she gave the masked man money from the register and he then left on foot. Officers and detectives were unable to locate the offender due to a lack of description. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Valdosta Police Department.
A recent high school graduate is dead following a shooting in Bainbridge. On Tuesday night, Octavius Powell was hit by a stray bullet as he was standing in the parking lot of Gibbs Miles Homes in Bainbridge. Police state that Robert Smith fired 5 shots into the nearby crowd, striking Powell in the stomach. 18-year-old Octavius Powell succumbed to his injuries later that night at Bainbridge Memorial Hospital. Robert Smith was identified as the shooter and taken into custody yesterday and charged with felony murder.
Now let's go to News Valdosta reporter Brianna Hines, who has more on the stabbing of a Valdosta woman.
Tamika Jones was stabbed and hit with a frying pan by former boyfriend, Artist Thomas, during a heated argument. Police received a phone call from 1713 Almond Tree Drive by Miss Brown, a close neighbor that helped her get to safety. She was sent to South Georgia Medical Center for treatment. At the scene of the crime, Artist Thomas was spotted down the street where officers tried to take him in custody, but then he fled the scene. He was eventually tackled down and arrested. He was not only charged with aggravated assault and obstructing a law enforcement officer, but cruelty towards children because there were children at this scene. With News Valdosta, I am Brianna Hines.
The Second Harvest Food Bank and staff members from Wild Adventures have teamed up to help hungry people. Here's reporter Joy Cohn with more.
For the 4th year, Second Harvest of South Georgia and Wild Adventures volunteers collectively prepare disaster relief packs. The mission for Second Harvest of South Georgia is feeding those in need. Donor Services Director Doug Greiner says the impact that Wild Adventures have is not only going to affect Lowndes County, but the entire southern region.
This time of year, it becomes important to have these disaster commodity boxes on hand. One, because when you come through the summer, some parts of this region get really dry and there's a danger of wildfires that may break out. The other is coming into the summer, later part, the hurricane season begins to kick in. And for some parts of this southernmost region, there could be major power outages and possible flooding that may occur.
These disaster relief packages are used throughout the entire South region. 200 of those boxes will stay at Valdosta's warehouse. The other 1,200 will be shipped to 4 other southern warehouses. The boxes are shelf-saver products that don't require refrigeration.
It is so important to us at Wild Adventures that we do anything that we can to help the community, not only Valdosta Lowndes, but also the surrounding communities as well.
Another great deed has been performed for our community. Thank you. I'm Joy Cohn with News Valdosta.
Georgia has a rich history from Coca-Cola to Wesleyan College in the Atlanta Olympic Games of 1996. The most visual artifacts left behind from significant eras are historic buildings and properties which are affected each year by vast construction projects. The City of Valdosta hopes to expand citizens' knowledge of this issue with its preservation training workshop on Section 106.
With this one-day training workshop, citizens will learn the national and Georgia perspectives on the federal Section 106 process of the National Preservation Act. The Section 106 process looks into whether or not the construction project would affect historic property or building by identifying historic properties, assessing and resolving adverse effects, and determining the involvement of the public. The workshop takes place on Thursday, June 5th in the Valdosta City Hall Annex Multipurpose Room from 8:30 to 5 p.m. The deadline to register is May 29th.
When we come back, Valdosta State University has a new budget.
And VSU is chosen to participate in a nationwide education-based initiative to improve students' learning skills. Stay with us.
What will you find at Valdosta State University?
Challenging academics.
Innovative hands-on experience. Over 100 fields of study.
Engagement in a vibrant community.
Caring mentors and friends. Service and leadership opportunities.
Championship athletics.
The full university experience.
At Valdosta State University.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Valdosta State University has been chosen to participate in the National Council for Adult and Experiential Learning's Competency-Based Education Jumpstart Program. The programs are put in to introduce students to fresh new learning methods while allowing them to demonstrate their competency levels. The initiative will evaluate students' progress on what they've learned rather than on the time they spend in the classroom. Throughout the program, students are supposed to grow at their own pace while applying real life and work skills, which in turn saves time for college degree completion.
The Georgia General Assembly FY 2015 budget is giving Valdosta State $1.5 million to renovate the north wing of the University Center. The building will include the registrar, financial aid, centralized advising, student success center, career opportunities, and the bursary. Having these services located under one roof will allow for enhanced quality of services and a greater awareness of the student support services.
One local downtown business prepares to be cash mobbed later today. Found out what exactly is a cash mob and how you can get involved. We have the details from news reporter Paula Owens.
Spread the word. Valdosta will be experiencing a cash mob. So what is a cash mob? A cash mob is a grassroots, community-led movement to support local businesses. With $20 in hand, members of the community will meet at the Courthouse Square at 5:30 p.m. and help stimulate business into one downtown chamber member business. This is the first ever cash mob in Valdosta, and it is in celebration of National Small Business Week. Come out and help support the Valdosta Lounge Chamber of Commerce along with the Main Street office as they host this event. With News Valdosta, I'm Paula Owens.
When school stops and summer starts, researchers say people run the risk of forgetting what they've learned and falling behind. Erin Ellis has more on this.
According to the National Summer Learning Association, students can lose up to 25% of their reading level and 3 months of their education over the summer. Given these statistics, there are programs in the community that can help students and residents beat the odds.
Our summer reading program is free and open to all ages. We have children, teen, and adult programming during the summer. It's especially important for children because during the summer, if they do not keep up with their reading, they tend to lose some of what they've learned over the year. And then when they go back to school, they've lost what they've learned. The teachers have to start over.
Leisure reading, such as reading magazines, newspapers, and various books, helps to keep you up to date on certain events and increase knowledge of a subject.
You may learn more over the summer than you do in school.
Residents and students can attain a library card from the South Georgia Regional Library and also from Valdosta State's Oldham Library to access areas open to the public for academic reading and research. There are different worlds to be explored, skills to be learned, and history to gather when you open a book. By visiting a local library or reading on your own, you can decrease the learning gap and increase knowledge. With News Valdosta, I'm Erin Ellis.
When we come back, Joy Cohn will give us the local weather.
Stay with us.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give.
Advocate.
Volunteer.
Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Joy Cohn. Joy, what should we expect?
Thanks, Hannah. The temperature seems to keep on rising, with today's high being a hot 93 degrees. Perfect weather for a pool day or maybe even a day at the beach. There will be light winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A cool breeze always feels nice. No need to worry about rain today. Tonight, expect the temperature to drop to 67 degrees. This is the ideal weather for special outings or just a night stroll. However, with the breeze we're expecting, take a light cardigan just in case. Tomorrow can expect the temperature to increase more with a high of 95 degrees and a low of 69 degrees. The UV index continues at 11 because of the lack of clouds and intense sunlight. Protect your skin as much as possible to prevent skin damage. The pollen count is medium today. For those with allergies, plan to carry the necessary medicines to avoid an allergic reaction. Now let's get back to the news desk.
Thanks, Joy. When we come back, Ashley Mooneyhan will have the latest with sports.
So stay with us.
In 1977, in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already outplaying him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. the odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family.
Ooh.
So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back.
Now let's check in with Ashley Mooninghan for our local sports. Ashley?
Thanks, Tashelle. Today kicks off the NCAA Division II National Championship Softball Tournament in Salem, Virginia. Our very own Lady Blazers will take on the Lady Warriors of Wayne State at 5 p.m. This is Game 3 on the tournament bracket, and the winner will go on to face either Southeastern Oklahoma or Dixie State. VSU softball player Carson King has been supporting the VSU softball team while she recovers from a knee injury. She's been in the dugout cheering the team on, as well as helping out the pitching staff in the bullpen. King has hit a .329 with 4 home runs in the first 29 games for Valdosta State, and we hope to see her back on the field soon. 2 days ago, on Turner Field during a Braves versus Brewers game, fans and the athletes were shocked when young man Carlos Gomez was struck in the head by a baseball during a foul play. That evening after the game, Gomez was visited by gift-bearing Braves player Gerald Laird and Chris Johnson. They brought him signed Braves hats, shirts, and tomahawks. The Braves say Gomez is seen in good spirits and is set to make a full recovery. Lowndes High School will be renewing season football tickets for the fall. The season packages for fall 2014 are $60 each for the 8 games, including the 2-game classics on August 29th. The deadline to renew your season tickets for the 2014 football season game will be on June 19th. All student passes will be sold at Lowndes High and surrounding middle schools as well. Collegiate basketball is in the future for 5 Valdosta High School standouts. Tuesday, Jamari Clarkson, Carolina Alexander, Tobias Graham, Destiny Clovart, and Rashad Lewis each signed with colleges fewer than 250 miles away from Valdosta. They each expressed their excitement to play at the higher level for teams that were close to home. Back to you ladies at the news desk.
Thanks, Ashley. When we come back, the city of Valdosta prepares to observe the upcoming Memorial Day holiday.
And how far would you go to help the homeless? All this and more when we return. So don't go away, we'll be right back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Due to the Memorial Day holiday on Monday, the City of Valdosta government offices will be closed. This means the Public Works Department and Sanitation Division will be picking up only residential garbage on Monday. Your green garbage containers should be placed at your curbside no later than 5 a.m. on Monday to guarantee your garbage is collected. However, recyclables and other yard waste will not be collected on Monday, but on the following day, Tuesday.
One Valdosta resident has gone above and beyond the call of duty for those less fortunate. Miss Cookie, otherwise known as Margie Guyton, helps transport food within the community to help the homeless in her older mobile van. Guyton serves as Chief Executive Officer and President of Love in Action with Compassion. But now the older mobile van has stopped working and needs a new engine, but Guyton can't afford to replace it, so the Bank of the Ozarks has set up a funding account for her so she can purchase a new engine. You can contact the bank for more information.
Valdosta Mayor John Gale and Fire Chief Freddie Broom have recognized and honored Sergeant Douglas Bennett as the May 2014 City Employee of the Month. Sergeant Bennett has been working as a firefighter for Valdosta Fire Department since 2005. Supervisors say he has led several successful projects and has accomplished a lot for the community. Sergeant Bennett received a framed certificate and a check for $200. His name will also appear on a plaque that will be displayed for everyone to view. That's it for our program today. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Tichelle Williams.
And I'm Hannah Hedges. We'll see you again tomorrow.